my god, I'm so good.
So good.
So good.
Frick!
So good.
So good.
So good.
Sweet.
Oh, hold on. Confidence monitor. I've been watching a lot of YouTube on my computer lately.
Yeah, like what?
President AI videos.
Those are good.
That's about it. That's all I'm watching. Okay.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
My name. Hold on. My name is Caleb Griffin.
My name is Caleb A.M.
This is a little show we like to call Caleb A.M. Because we're both Caleb and we do this show in the morning time.
Yeah. Yeah.
We also have a show called Caleb P.M.
That we do in the nighttime.
But this is not Caleb P.M. This is Caleb A.M.
C-Man66 says that was too scary. I'm sorry, Colton.
No, you think it was scary for you?
Caleb.
Gosh.
He peed himself. I'm sorry, Caleb.
He's right. Yeah, this is the show where we talk about Jesus. We drink energy. We answer a question. And we talk about life.
And we don't go to class anymore. Class is over.
Class is over. Caleb has an appointment after this,
I'm going to
for
get
brekkie.
breakfast.
so that's something.
But it's not class.
It's something that doesn't keep us on Caleb AM for the whole day. Because we've had a 3-hour live stream before.
And we need something to keep us on track.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, Bible verse.
his britches are officially pooped. Sorry, Colton. There's my alarm. Oh, I snoozed it. Hold on. Yeah, I have the Bible verse this week.
He does.
And I read this one a couple weeks ago, right after I picked out my Bible verse for last week. So, I'm tired. It is Micah 7:18 and 19. Who is a God like you, forgiving iniquity and passing over rebellion, for the remnant of his inheritance? He does not hold onto his anger forever, because he delights in faithful love. He will again have compassion on us. He will vanquish our iniquities. He will cast all our sins into the depths of the sea. I really, really like that verse. Those verses. I don't know. When I read it, I had a few just nights lately where I was kind of getting into the whole how can God love me? And I think about that a lot because I kind of stink.
We all kind of stink.
We all kind of stink. And God's just so incredible. And then I really like how that those verses end with He'll cast all our sins into the depths of the sea. It's just I don't know, thinking about that, how our sins aren't just he sees them and he's all right, but here, I'm gonna think about something else. They're gone. He completely gets rid of them. They're just out of the picture. I think that's just incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, it's kind of overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
To think that the stuff that I stress over so much about how man, 3 years ago I was so bad at this, I did this sin all the time, and think that literally all I have to do to get through that is ask God for forgiveness, and He will forgive me.
Yeah.
So, oh man, I never really read and actually read Micah, and I haven't read all of it, but I read 6 and 7. Or was it 5 and 6? I don't remember. But yeah, 6 and 7, because everybody knows Micah 6:8. So I read 7 after I did that, and it was good, and I really liked it. And so I used it for the Bible verse today. And I think I already have my Bible verse for 2 weeks from now picked out. So I'm on top of things.
He is.
I did a lot of Bibling last night, so
Yeah.
you know,
Last night was a good night.
it was a great night.
Mm-hmm.
Energy drinking.
Sure.
And I'm really tired. I didn't sleep much last night. Oh man.
Because I love my friend Caleb Ladd, I decided, and since our flex dollars are out, I decided I wish this. Okay. I decided to get his favorite rain, the rainbow sherbet. He loves this rain.
I do.
I love this rain. It just made sense. So that's what I got today.
It's a great rain.
Mm-hmm.
I got one of the best Bang flavors.
I do love that flavor.
Nectarine blueberry. On my official Bang tier list, I think this comes in at 3rd or 4th, and it's one of the few 10 out of 10 flavors. So
It's up there. It's probably my second favorite besides pina colada. Third favorite if they kept the original Delish Strawberry Kiss, but apparently they didn't.
no, they did something to it. It's not good
So-
anymore. I also don't see it, so maybe when it comes back, it'll be better.
I do love that flavor though.
That was a pretty good pop.
Sorry. I thought you'd already tasted it and you were giving it to me
No.
to try, so I was hurrying up. Mom, that's a really good rainbow sherbet.
I love these flavors so much.
Mm.
This one's just so subtle,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so good.
It is good. I really like that flavor.
Excuse me.
I need a burpee, so I'll do it.
Oh, it came out. It was just silent.
Yeah, good.
Excuse me, guys. Thank you.
Colton is
Ooh,
drinking.
that energy hit fast. Oh my goodness.
Colton is drinking water as his energy drink.
That's good, because you're about to go work outside in the heat, and you'll be sweating.
Sweating.
We should have had Colton on last week, because he works Wednesdays now, so he'll never be able to come on over the summer, and that makes me really sad.
Dang it!
We almost had a special guest this week, but he had stuff to do, so he ended up not being able to come over. That was really sad. That's just shot up.
Maybe next week. Or the week after.
Potentially next week. I invited him to the thing next week. I also invited Charlie, so I think that I want people to go to that.
Yeah.
I wish that I had been able to go to something like that before
Yeah, same.
this point in my life, because wowza.
I feel like I'm at a really good place with God right now. Like in my relationship with God. So it's like still good to go to something like we go to, and I still enjoy it and I get a lot from it. But like if I would have had that like
I wish I'd had
a couple
that in
years
high
ago,
school.
yeah. I feel like I would have.
Like if
gotten
I could
to
have
this
gone
point
to
a lot.
college with something like that.
Yeah, I feel like I would have gotten to this point a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And yeah, but yeah.
It's just a nice, like, there's literally no distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I'm going to leave my phone in my car next week. I don't need it. I might. But I'm not even, like, tempted to use my phone.
I'm not
Monday.
either.
I set it aside.
I just turn it face over and
I silence it. No, I don't. My phone's always silenced. I
yeah.
D&D it and slide it over, so. But, what was the question this week? So, for you new here, we always post a question, a poll on our Instagrams.
We do
It's
that.
on Caleb Griffin's Instagram, Caleb_Griffin 11. Mine's Caleb_Lads03.
They are in the description below. If you forget. You can follow us to vote on our polls for the week.
Yeah.
And our poll this week, if you didn't know by the title, was Aquariums versus the Zoo.
This question was originally aquarium versus museums, but it does make a lot more sense to be aquarium versus zoos.
I don't know how we missed that. I texted you, like, is this the question? And, like, I was trying to remember what the questions we thought of were. And I just thought zoo with aquarium because I was like, I forgot museum.
I was going through like a random generator or something because I was bored of like this or that questions.
Yeah.
And it never came up. I know that zoo versus or museum versus aquarium never came up, but I just thought of it, and it made a lot of sense. And then I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. I mean, like it kind of does because it's two things that you would go and like walk around in. Do you have to pay for aquariums?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pay for all museums, but
some you do.
Some you do, like the big ones, the important ones.
But you also have to pay for zoos.
Yeah, you do have to pay for zoos. So I don't know.
Yeah, but
zoos versus aquarium make a lot more sense. But there are some zoos that have like
aquariums
in them,
yeah.
But
not the ones we go to because we are from here. Anyways, you mind
not the Birmingham Zoo.
You mind if I use your phone or the Memphis Zoo? Those are the two zoos I've been to the most. I went to the Jackson Zoo once. They also didn't have an aquarium, but they had a peacock flying around. It was pretty scary because birds scared me. You were the peacock flying around the Jackson Zoo when I was in first grade.
Huh. Noah Kahan has posted so many.
I can't wait to talk about music with you.
Snippets
this episode.
For. Don't let me look, but there it is.
That's what I thought. I just couldn't remember. I actually would have gotten it mixed up. So. Glad I looked.
Do you have it?
I have it.
Okay. Don't waste my screen time.
You're right.
I'm just kidding. I don't care. I've done so good lately with my screen time. Like at the end of the day, I usually have less than 2 hours. My goal was less than 3 hours, so I don't really care. No.
Yeah.
Which feels really cool because I used to get like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
If I wasn't using my phone much, sometimes I would hit 10 or 11 if I was really watching YouTube or something. But so personally, this was one of the easier ones for me. Aquarium all the way. So much better than the zoo in like every way imaginable. Ocean animals are awesome. They're a lot cooler than land animals. I can see a lot of land animals sometimes. Like obviously I'm not going to see like a freaking lion or a giraffe.
We do live in the African desert.
We are in the African desert right now, but
it's just nighttime over there.
It's night, and you can't really see the stars. So
what's the name of that desert? The Sahara?
Sahara, yeah.
Sahara.
I think that might be like Egyptian. I'm not sure. Well, that is African.
I don't know.
Egypt's in Africa, so. But Africa. It's Africa in Japan.
Is it?
In Japanese. Egyptu is
Egypt.
Egypt, yeah. Good
Nice.
job. I could keep going on countries, but I'll stop now. So, anyways, also a big plus on aquariums, they are typically 99 to my knowledge, I would say 100% of the time, but there's got to be one that's not. Inside, I mean, I guess SeaWorld isn't always inside, but most of the aquarium parts of SeaWorld
There's some
are
aquariums
inside.
that have like outdoor.
Yeah, they have like small
things.
outdoor areas, but like for the most part, aquariums are inside. A lot better.
Mm-hmm.
It usually smells incredible for some reason. And I don't know, when I look at like those big tanks of fish, it's so cool to look at. I'm like, these fish are just swimming around, and fish are so cool.
What's a Japanese podcast?
Caleb Japanese podcast. A podcast where
you just speak.
I just speak Japanese. It would be really short. I don't know a lot, but
A Japanese.
I don't really know
podcast.
many. I know like some sentences.
Do you know any like wildlife you'd see in an aquarium in Japanese?
I haven't learned animals, but
It's okay.
yeah, no. I can say like Caleb is a student. I think. Gaksei wa Caleb Desu. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool.
So, anyways, aquarium all the way for me. That's so easy. I love aquariums.
I like it. I'm also an aquarium guy. I personally really love the zoo, but it has its disadvantages that aquariums don't have. Mainly the climate control. Being inside the aquarium, you're not sweating, and like most zoos aren't open in the winter, so you have to go in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hot. Mm-hmm. With that being said, like personally, I also love marine life a lot more than land life.
Marine life is most of my top 10 animals.
Same. However, my top 1 animal, which I'm not going to spoil here, can be found at the zoo. And when I go to the zoo and see these creatures, I get very happy. But I've only seen them at the Memphis Zoo and not the other zoos I've been to. So that sucks. But I really do love the Memphis Zoo. It's really cool. They also have like a penguin thing and a stingray thing, which I guess they're not really an aquarium. But they're cool to see. But it just doesn't outweigh like the aquariums. Like the one in Chattanooga is so cool. You get to walk under like a shark swimming over you. Mm-hmm.
I love those little underground walkways.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I don't get how they build those. Those things are sick. But I remember
really
all this
thick
theory.
glass.
Yeah. Well, I think it's acrylic actually.
Yeah.
But I just know
it's
that.
Just really thick.
I just know that because I watched Tanked and the company uses acrylic for everything. But
there are also like the Georgia Aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
If you're old enough, you can like go scuba diving with the whale sharks there, and it's crazy to me that they have whale sharks.
I know. Like, how do you transport a whale? Like, I don't know exactly where whale sharks are, but like in the ocean, they're cool. It's freak. That was my favorite episode of Diego. Was the whale shark episode.
Those used to be my brother's favorite.
They're so cool.
Animal. I love them. They're
how
really
do you
pretty.
transport? I don't know like what waters they're in, but there's no waters in Georgia, and I know they're not in the Gulf Coast, which is like the only coast where Georgia would be. Like, how do you take a whale shark out of the ocean, transport him across land and into the Georgia Aquarium's in Atlanta? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and get him to the city of Atlanta, and then place him in that tank. That is absurd to me. And you just don't see that somehow. And I'm like, where do they hide it? It's so cool to think about that, which I know that's not what most people think about when they go into an aquarium. They're thinking about the animals. But still, like, I love aquariums.
I think about that because that was my dream job. Not working at an aquarium per se, but working at like SeaWorld.
Once again,
like working with dolphins.
If I didn't have to go to grad school, and if I wasn't scared of my life to go scuba diving, I would have been a marine biologist because it's so cool.
Marine biology was my dream job. I met somebody this weekend that is going to South
Florida.
No, it's in Mississippi. Some South school in Mississippi for marine biology.
Is it Southern Miss? Because I know they have a campus on the Gulf Coast.
Southern Miss.
Yeah, because that's where that same campus is where their film school
was at.
I was gonna go.
That's really cool.
That is cool. Makes me jealous because I wish I would have just sucked it up and done it, but it's okay.
We could have done it together if we had talked about it.
Yeah, but it is what it is. But marine life is so cool. So yeah, aquariums win. I think I'm a little bit closer in my margin than you are, but I still pick aquarium.
I've always just loved the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
The ocean scares me, but I love the ocean.
Scares the crap out of me, dude. That's why I could not go scuba diving.
It is horrifying in a great way.
I couldn't go snorkeling either. That would scare me too. The ocean is scary as crap.
It really
like
is.
I don't like going to the ocean at the beach. I don't like going to the beach either, which is funny considering I love marine life.
Southern Miss, you could still do it. Oh, my mom's so encouraging.
I'm too close to graduating at this point.
Honestly.
I'd be scared to change.
One day when I'm 40 and bored with my career and my trophy wife is making $200,000 a year. I'm just
super rich.
I'm just absolutely loaded.
I'm gonna go.
I'll take a 4-year vacation to Southern Miss. Actually, at that point, I probably wouldn't go to Southern Miss for it, but you know. But my favorite animal, really, at least 2 of my top 3, aren't in all aquariums because they are ocean animals, but like it has to be like a really big aquarium.
Right.
But they are at SeaWorld, and there's nothing cooler than like walking around, like looking. I love like in SeaWorld when you can go like above and like look at them from the top, and they'll have like little areas that go down, and you can look in the tank through the water. Those are so cool.
I want to go to SeaWorld again. It's been so.
And I've got to like feed one of these animals. The other one I wouldn't. I mean, I would, but I'd be scared too. But so that was man. I just love aquariums.
They're cool.
But
they're awesome. I haven't been to one in so long either.
After we do top 10 animals, I might talk about all these times more because they were fun. But I don't want to spoil my list.
That's fair. I try not to spoil my list.
But so yeah, I think aquarium should win. I think it will be close. I think most likely zoo did win because it has like more variety. Even though there are a lot of ocean animals, guys. Come on, it's not just
a
fish.
lot.
There are a booty ton, a metric ton. But I'm hopeful for my aquarium bros. But I think it was close. I'm gonna say 55-45 aquarium. I knew it.
You were close.
I knew it.
However, zoo did win.
Come on, guys.
And the score was 54-46.
If I had gone the other way, I would have been 1 off.
You would have been 1 off.
I'm not upset about losing that one. My aquarium brothers deserve the win.
Yeah.
That's how sad that is.
It was close the whole time, too. But, yeah, I think part of the reason is that we don't have a
My
lot
mom
of...
says that she thinks an aquarium trip is necessary soon. I miss aquariums.
Aquariums are so cool. Can I go? Please.
You can come with.
Okay. But yeah, I think part of the reason as to why zoos won is that we have zoos closer to us. So I think a lot of people visit the zoo more often than the aquarium.
I think that zoos are just more accessible around here.
Yeah, they are. But yeah,
and I was like big aquarium is in Atlanta.
Yeah.
People don't really take day trips.
Is Atlanta closer than Chattanooga? Probably is. Because I know the one in Chattanooga is like super big too. That's like the big one, but
they're kind of like equal distance, I think.
Probably.
I don't know where. I don't know. Atlanta's like at least 7 or 8 hours, right?
It's Atlanta's about
5. Well, Memphis is 5 hours, so I don't know where Memphis is.
Memphis isn't 5 hours. Memphis is like from here.
The other day on maps it said it was.
Memphis is like 2.5.
That's not what my map said. Maybe it was sending me on one of those crazy routes.
Nashville's like 5.
Maybe I was looking at Nashville. That's probably what I was doing. Me and JJ were talking about the NF concert. I think it's in Nashville. Maybe.
Yeah, Nashville's like 5. Memphis is like 2.5.
I guess it was Nashville.
I had to drive to the Memphis airport, and I did not have fun. But it's okay.
Recently?
Senior year.
Oh.
But yeah. Anyways, the Memphis Zoo is awesome, by the way. That's my favorite zoo that I've been to. I'm sure there's better zoos out there that I haven't gone to, but the bear exhibit is really cool there, and the exhibit of my favorite animal is like my favorite. And yeah. Anyways, we can move on now if you'd like, or we could keep talking about zoos and aquariums.
Okay.
Which would you like?
2.5 hours to Memphis, 5 to Atlanta with an hour and change.
Oh, I was right.
I've never driven to Memphis. So.
I have.
I mean, I've like been in the car as we drove to Memphis, but I was young, so time was not a thing that existed.
I drove to Memphis. I drove to Birmingham. I drove to Gulf Shores.
I think Colton has officially left us to go to work.
Probably.
Goodbye, Colton.
Have fun at work.
Have fun at work. Well, we can talk about our weeks.
I'm driving to Panama City this week, and I'm not looking forward to it. Anyways, we can talk about our weeks now. Who's first? Is it me or is it you? Because I forgot.
You went first last week.
Okay, you can go.
A lot happened this week, but I can kind of remember everything except for Wednesday. I don't remember what happened Wednesday. It's 2:66. I'm getting ready for work. Haven't fully left yet. Oh, well.
Okay.
We're glad you're still here, Colton. My week was... Overall, I'd say it was really good.
Nice.
Like... See, man, I brought my earbuds to try and listen as much as I can. If your boss gets mad at you, no worries. Don't get fired over
Tell him
us.
that.
Get fired over
If
us.
there's ever a show to get fired over,
You better tell your boss what's going on when he tells you to take your headphones out.
Sir, this is
you
Caleb
grab
A.
him
This is Caleb
by the
A.M.
collar, say, "It's Caleb A.M. time," and he'll understand what that means.
Yeah.
He's a big fan. Who's his boss? I just kind of assume everybody's a big fan. But,
Be rude not to.
honestly. So, my week would probably be... What the freak noise just came out of my stomach? What? What are you doing? What was that? I'm gonna turn this up real quick, see if that... It kind of picked it up.
That was like just so random, dude.
That was,
Oh my god, that was just
I mean,
so
I'm hungry,
funny.
but that was weird.
It was like it started up here.
It went, wow. It's kind of a good note. I need to remember that one and write it into a song.
My stomach.
So I guess my week would be like an 88, 89. I don't know. It didn't cross the 90s this week, but that's not bad. Reason it didn't cross the 90s was I didn't see Caleb a lot this week. He left me
I'm sorry.
for bigger and better things, I guess. Oh, Colton missed it. You gotta go skip back and listen to that, dude. It was
It
weird.
is so funny.
Um,
He just looked. The way you look down, it reminded me of Patrick Starr whenever like he plays the tuba, like when the tuba's part of his body, and he just looks down after it goes. Oh. That's just how you reminded me because you went. It just went. Oh, and you went. What the freak is that?
It was really weird.
It was a weird noise.
My tummy grumbles most of the time on this show. Like, it happens almost every week.
It's never that loud
it's-
or that distinct.
It's never like that. That was just... I've never heard
so
anybody's stomach growl like that.
Anyways,
But...
continue.
So, Wednesday... Oh, yeah. Last Wednesday was a great day. Caleb A.M. and then me, you, and Riley went and played disc golf. And then we came back here, went to campus, studied a little bit for our exam, and took the exam. I did really good on the exam, actually. I'm proud of how good I did. It was not good enough to get an A or keep my A, not get an A, keep my A, in the class. But it was like the highest grade I made out of any of the exams. So I was pretty proud of that. I did email the professor, and I was like, hey, I don't expect you to change it because it's not even an 89, but it's in high 88, but is there any way I can get an A in the class? And then I was like, I kind of like sucked up, and I was like, I really enjoyed your class this year. It was one of the few classes I've had in college that I had perfect attendance in, which is true, mainly because I didn't know how she took attendance.
Yeah.
So I was scared to miss. But, because sometimes she would have like a sheet that we signed, but that was like half the time, so I was just
And
like,
I never scanned into her class.
there wasn't a scanner.
Oh, I thought there was a scanner. Never mind.
But
we were there.
yeah,
Every
we were
day.
there every week, and I was like, I had a lot of fun. I took it with my best friend and my brother, so it was really cool. But she never responded, so
That probably
get-
means no.
yeah. But I wish she would tell me no.
No, yeah.
I don't like sitting there looking at my grade thinking, maybe what if she just didn't see that email, and she was like
Possible.
waiting on me to email her.
I don't
I'd
think she
be-
was waiting.
she
on
definitely
me to email
wasn't.
Her, but
But like, what if she was?
she might not just. She might. Anyways, forget what I was saying. It was-
But she got those grades back pretty fast. What, Thursday?
Yeah.
Later that day. So Wednesday after the exam, we were thinking about going to play pickleball, but then one of the few just outstanding bad things that happened to me this week was we went to get a CD to burn our movie on, and then
I'd forgotten.
We ran into. I just thought about it because I was like, we were gonna play pickleball, but why did we not?
I remember why we didn't.
We ran into our film professor, and any avid Caleb A.M. watchers know we don't like her. And
I can't wait for her to find this.
She had the DVDs, or we thought that they were just in a room in the lit department.
Yeah, that's what we were told.
And so I didn't know that it was her room, but we walked in, we saw her in the hallway, and then she was like, well, have a good summer and all that. And then we walked around, and then we found her room, and we were like, oh man, this is just awkward. She told us, like, have a good summer, and then we just walk into her
back
room.
into her room.
But we were like, do you have the DVDs? And she was like, or the CDs? The
DVDs.
I guess it's technically the same, but the CDs. And she was like, ooh, actually I don't. And I was like, but Nate said they were in here. He said they are in 2506. What the heck? But, and she was like, I think they're in my car.
The biggest
might be
takeaway
at my
from
house.
this is that this is not Nate's fault.
This is not Nate's fault.
Keep that in mind.
Shout out to Nate. We appreciate you, Nate.
Yeah. Great
I feel bad for him.
Great documentary.
Great documentary.
Fantastic documentary.
But where was I? Yeah, so she was like, they're either in my car or at my house, and she was like, can y'all wait while I go check in my car, and if they're not in my car, I'll drive back to my house real quick and get them, and then y'all can come get them then. And I was like, who do you think we are that we just have this type of time? Why do you think we came right now?
Yeah.
Because this is the time that worked for us.
Yeah.
We had plenty of time. I just didn't want to do it.
Right. I didn't either.
But I did have other stuff I wanted to do on Wednesday that I didn't get to do because of this. But so she said she got my phone number, or she gave me her phone number, and I was just like,
that made me so happy.
I was like, I don't want your phone number.
I don't need it.
I don't want it at all. Just send me an email or something when you get back. But I was like, I sent her a text. I said, "This is Caleb," and she was like, "Okay." And then like, we went to Perry to get food, and then like 15 minutes later, she sent like a text message, and it started with "Hi Caleb," comma, and then like skipped 2 lines, and it was like, "I found the CDs. They are going to be in my room. Y'all can come up and get them." And I was like, why does she text like she sends emails like that? I thought it was gonna. I really thought when I saw the text pop up that it was gonna say Andreas Bain at the bottom. But so we go back up there, get the CD, we go burn it. It was really boring, and then we were gonna test it. Go back to the apartment to test it. You wanted to. I did not want to at all. I was like, let's just go back, please. I don't care. If it doesn't work, I don't care. She's not gonna try it.
And she tried it, but that was our fault.
But so I was like, I tell you what, I'll tell her that we tried it in the library, which we did do. We tried it in the library, and I'll say like, so hopefully it works. So that's what I did. And then she said, oh, how about this? I'll try it right now. Y'all follow me. And I was like,
you turned around at me and said, I'm sorry.
I looked at you and said, I'm so sorry. But then we went, and then she tried it.
It worked.
It worked. And then we watched the whole film, all 6 minutes of it. Or 4.5 minutes. I guess we didn't watch the.
I thought she was just gonna show us one of her favorite parts. She's like, "Oh, this is my favorite part," and then she
just kept going.
We broke down our film.
We went through the whole film
like it was a scene in class. We went through the whole thing and talked about it.
Yeah, for like an hour.
Yeah, literally an hour.
And then we kept talking afterwards about others, like the class itself, for like 45 minutes, or maybe even another hour after that. And then at one point, my sister called me, and I was like. Oh, my sister called me, and she was like, oh, do you need to go answer that? I was like, it's fine, I kind of do, but finish what you were saying, and then we'll go. And then she just kept talking for like 30 more minutes. I was like,
just kept talking. Asked us questions about the class, asked us questions about Wes Anderson.
Yeah. But
wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, dude. It's bad.
Yeah, it was rough, but
and then
talking about the movie was kind of fun.
It was like. It's like being interviewed again, but anyways, it's like we were making a commentary take, which was cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, I did not want to talk about Wes Anderson. No offense to Wes Anderson. He's got a movie coming out this year with Scarlett Johansson, Margot Robbie, a bunch of other people who are really famous. Willem Dafoe's in it that I'm going to go see.
What movie?
It's on my phone.
Oh.
I'll tell you later, but
We'll figure it out.
and he made the Fantastic Mr.
No, I
Fox.
got an A in this class.
I
I love the Fantastic Mr. Fox. I don't think it was in my top 10 movies when we did top 10. It might have been in my honorable mentions. It should have been if it wasn't.
I think it was in Evan's honorable mentions too. I can't remember.
I can go check my list because that movie was in.
No, like, even like Wes Anderson's like one of those directors. Even if you've never seen any of his movies, you've heard his name.
Yeah.
Same with like Spielberg, Tarantino, and Scorsese. But yeah,
Oh wait,
he's one of those guys. But
I deleted my honorable mentions because it was on my big top 10 list.
Yeah.
So
but no, Mr. Fantastic Fox is a good movie.
it was literally before we filmed the video. It was on my top 10,
Colton
and then
said I didn't get
I
it.
like.
I'm sorry, Colton.
Hey, no, we haven't got our grades back for the film. It's still possible. To
No,
get
final grades are in.
What?
Final grades are in.
Maybe I should go look at my grade. I hope I got an A in it. Did she put the grade in for the film?
No, everything is off of a canvas now. You have to go look in your banner to see your grades. Like your new classes should. My new classes are in Canvas. I just can't get into them, but they're there.
Maroon U freshman's back. No. You can go look in past classes.
I didn't know that.
These disappear after a little bit. Oh, dang. I got a 95. I had an 88 before the... We didn't get a 160?
Bull crap. We
Colton,
burned that. Well, we got the hot. Oh no, we didn't.
Colton,
No
you
one
should
got
go-
a 160. What?
Did she say anything? Of course she didn't. Colton, you should go look at your
I didn't go look
your
at
grade
mine.
because we made a 156. His grade went up even though he made a 120 on his second exam. So there's a chance that...
Dude, I'll get to that with my point of the week. That exam grade, freaking, dude, I screamed.
But,
Anyways, continue.
So everything else that happened on Wednesday was boring for me because you did stuff on Wednesday. Thursday rolled around. I think me and JJ played disc golf on Thursday. I'm not entirely sure. But all I was doing was waiting for Tears of the Kingdom to come out, the Legend of Zelda game. And, oh, dude, I'm getting breakfast with texting me. I should probably text him back. But, sorry. Postponing to 9:30. So Thursday was, I think me and JJ might have played disc golf. I need to go get something relating to disc golf.
Oh yeah, you do. Go get it. Go get it. It's the biggest thing that ever happened in his life.
Honestly, one of the biggest things that's ever happened. But this was later in the week.
Yeah.
This was a really busy week, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to keep it fast from now on. But so
That was smooth.
So Thursday, I can't remember. I do know that Thursday night, Tears of the Kingdom was coming out. They were doing like a midnight release or 11 p.m. release, midnight in other time zones at our GameStop. And so they made a 156. His grade didn't change from a high 8. Dude, that's baloney garbage.
I guess we all made a 156.
I think we definitely should have. We all turned in the same
That
thing.
is true.
I
think JJ got a 156.
Probably. Great job, JJ. You made an A in this class that you didn't take.
What did we get deducted for?
I don't know.
We burned the
Probably our
stupid...
answers. We didn't try on any of those.
I don't know. That makes me mad. It's okay.
It's whatever. We have an A in
The
class.
high was a 158.
Yeah. So not even Nate got a 100. I find that absurd. 158. This is out of 160, by the way. I don't know why she does.
I
these things out
guarantee
of
you
160.
nobody else burned the stupid DVD. How come we're... it's okay. Continue before I get mad.
It's not a big deal, Caleb.
You're right.
So I was just kind of waiting around to go to GameStop at 10. Colton was going to meet me there at 10. I invited you to come with me, but I don't think you ever even came back to Starville. So, but then you told me that Evan was waiting outside GameStop at like 6. I was like, oh shoot, maybe I should go. And then I asked Evan if people were there, and he said there's a decent amount of people here. And it didn't cross my mind that GameStop was open at 6. So like, oh, the store might have people in it. There was one guy there waiting for Tears of the Kingdom at 6, and he was there from 5 to midnight pretty much. And I was like, dang, bro, you really wanted to be first. Evan was second or third. I ended up being right behind Evan, so that was cool. I was like the third person to get a copy of, or get the pre-order thing to confirm getting a copy. But what was sad was that, like, I pretty much right after I got out of my car, I go sit down, I'm talking to Evan and Colton, and then, like, there's nobody there. I was like, I'm going to be sitting outside this GameStop with a bunch of nerds for 3 hours or 2 hours waiting for this game to come out. Check my phone, and Riley had asked me if I wanted a milkshake, and I was like, dang it. I could have got a milkshake, but instead I'm sitting outside GameStop with a bunch of nerds. But, it was, you know, whatever. The time went by pretty fast. I got Colton to go run errands for me. He brought me Evan energy drinks, and he went and got me McAllister's while I waited in line.
Go Colton.
He was a real one for that.
Up.
He's a king.
Colton didn't get Tears of the Kingdom?
He didn't pre-order it, so he couldn't that night, but he did go get it like the next day. He has it now. So got Tears of the Kingdom. Friday meant that's what I did. I played Tears of the Kingdom. Eventually I went to I was sitting I went to make noodles, and then I was like making noodles. I was watching a video or listening to music or something, and then I heard somebody screaming my name, and I look outside, and like Riley was outside the window like jumping, and I was like and then I was like, oh, that was weird, and because she walked off. But so I went back to make my noodles, made them, sat down, was eating them, watching some President AI videos, and then she walked back by, and this guy was with her that I didn't recognize, and so I waved again, and then she was like, come outside. So I went outside, and then his name was Seth. Cool dude. Got to meet him for the first time. I've like heard about him, but he's who I'm going to get breakfast with later. So me and him we bonded instantly. Nice. He's a really funny dude. We were cracking each other up, making the bro jokes. He was a cool dude. And then they came inside and talked for a little bit, and he said something like, "You seem like you're really fun to talk to. You seem like you don't get mad easily. I want to talk about like theology with you." I was like, "Huh, that's cool." And then he got my phone number, and then we planned on breakfast. We were gonna get it yesterday, but
are you gonna talk about theology?
At some point, probably. But I also know that he is like leaving for several months on Saturday, I think. So.
Is he a missionary as well?
No, it's for the army. But so if he has like a bunch of other important stuff that he has to do, I'd feel really bad if he chose to get breakfast with some random guy that he met a few days ago. So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But he's a cool dude, so
yeah.
But I might do that today. So after that, I went back to playing Tears of the Kingdom. And then Saturday, I played Tears of the Kingdom, and then I was gonna leave for Madison at 1. But found out that we needed to be there by 1, so we ended up leaving at 11. Or we left at like 10:45 and got Chick-fil-A before, which was my downfall because I didn't know it. But I knew that they had food in Jackson, but I didn't know that it was going to be there for us at 1. I thought that they were eating at 11. And so we got food. I ate all the food and a cookie. And then we got there, and then they had food for us, so I ate the food, not to seem rude, and then I ate their desserts, too, not to seem rude, because I didn't want to be rude, you know. And then from, like, 1:30 to 5, it was just, like, 4:30, not 5, close enough, but it was just, like, meet and greets, and then people were coming through a line, meeting my dad, and me and my rest of my family were there talking to them, but they were there to meet my dad. But you know me, I'm not very social. That was hard. That was a really rough 3 hours.
I can imagine.
And I don't know, I sat there the whole time like, dang, I literally, like, you know, my other siblings, Joy is apparently a social butterfly. She made so many friends and she was just running around, but I was standing in the line like, and Andy's sitting there telling everybody about how, oh, I have a 115-pound dog that likes to kill people. I have a fiance
dog
that I'm about to marry. I'm about to move to Jackson. I just finished my 4th year at State. And then people would ask me, like, where do you go to school? I'm about to be a junior in psychology at Mississippi State. That's pretty cool, huh?
Psychology.
And then my dad would make jokes about how he wants me to move to MC. It's not happening, but everybody in Madison was like, "Oh, you should do that. You should move to MC because then you could go to our church." And I was like, "I mean, that'd be cool." But all my best friends live in Columbus.
Dude, if you left me, I wouldn't be able to survive. Just so you know that.
I wouldn't leave you. Don't
so I'm gonna make you feel guilty if you
I'm
transfer to MC.
I'm not transferring
So
to MC. So. But don't worry, I'm not leaving.
Good.
But
You better not.
Dad canceled my plans to go to MC. So yeah. As you know, I was not looking forward to this weekend. I didn't want to meet people. I love Fairview. I don't want to leave Fairview, but my dad did get voted in. So he's now the pastor at First Baptist Madison, so that's really awesome. Very happy for him, very proud of him. Very thankful for how awesome my dad is. Love you, Dad. But, you know, I was, obviously at that point I didn't want him to not get voted in because he had already announced he was leaving Fairview, so that would have been really bad.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad that he and the rest of my family seemed to really like the church. I really liked it. Like it was a great church. Like the people were really nice. It was just kind of like, you know, I miss the people that I know and can walk up and hug and, like, you know, don't have to introduce myself. I was just like, I wish I could stop introducing myself. But I did meet a lot of really nice people. Met that one person that goes to Southern Miss who's in marine biology. That's not a marine. She is
Going into
in marine biology, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
It's literally like my dream. That's sick. But yeah, so there are a lot of awesome people at Madison. I didn't meet anybody I didn't like. So
that's good.
And I didn't make friends, I guess, but like, because most of the people I met were like older people. But I'm friends with older people, not older people, but adults.
I'm older than
and so
you.
there was like a lot of super cool people, and I really loved it there.
It's good.
And I felt welcome there. So I'll go back every once in a while in the summer since I have the time and I want to see my family and once they move. But yeah, so we left around 2:30 on Sunday, and then we came back here. And then Riley wanted to finish the last Hunger Games movie, so we ordered a pizza. I went and picked it up, got Parmesan bites and cinnamon twists and the pizza.
Domino's,
yeah. And then we came back here, but I was unable to eat the pizza. Oh, I forgot to mention, this has nothing to do with why I couldn't eat the pizza, but the reason I mentioned why I ate all that food was because they also had food for us at the house that we were staying at, and I ate a lot of that food too, and I got sick that night. I was like, I drank no water on Saturday.
That's not good.
Literally, like, maybe like a sip. But like, all I had to drink that day was Bang and lemonade. And it did not end well for me. I was like, I'm severely dehydrated. This isn't good. So yeah, I got sick that night. But like, you know, it was one of those like, I got sick and then I started drinking water and I felt like fine afterwards. I had to get all that the insane amount of food in my tummy out
of my tummy.
And I didn't want to give it time to turn into poo-poo. So I'm gonna stop talking about how I threw up.
I love how the human body works.
But yeah, so that was, I hate throwing up. I hate it so much. But once you do it, I don't know, I always feel like I'm dying because I can't like breathe. Right? Yeah. But so yeah. So Sunday came back, I couldn't eat the pizza, and then we sit down. Riley and JJ ate pizza while I sat there, like, not doing anything. And then we watched the movie. The last movie was good. It was better than the third one, but not better than the first or the second one.
So it was the third best one?
Yeah. We, like, each ranked the movies. I think me and Riley had the same or maybe one off. JJ was pretty close, but his was way different from mine, I think. Because I think he had the first one at number 1 and the second one at third, and mine's 2, 1, 4, 3. I think Riley's was 2, 4, 1, 3.
Right now, mine is 1, 2, 3. But I haven't seen the fourth one.
I'm learning so much about the body, specifically your body. Why couldn't I eat the pizza? It just wasn't gonna happen. I could not eat right then. Yeah. So
He just couldn't do it.
So we did that, and then the movie ended. We talked about the movies afterwards, about how, like, I was very surprised by how good they were, because I wasn't expectant of the Hunger Games movies at all.
Yeah. We can go see the new one when it comes out.
I'm excited. It's about Snow in his
really?
younger days, and, like,
That's
why
cool.
he
Is
who he
evil?
is, and so I'm kind of excited to see it. And then we talked to like 11-ish, and then Riley went to sleep, and then I went to sleep because I was tired. I'm so worried. Have you made a stinky lately?
It's not appropriate for this.
I haven't like farted today, if that's what he's asking.
I think he's asking if you pooped.
Oh.
That was a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but you pooped since then, right?
Since Sunday?
Yeah.
A couple times, yeah.
Okay.
I think once a day. But
That's good.
we've talked about bodily functions way too much this episode.
Can't wait till we get to my week.
Oh no. But then, yeah, so Sunday was fun. I taught Riley 2 of my favorite punching games. I like the one where you can see who can punch the softest, and then the first person, like, if you went first, I let you do, like, this to me, like, the barely punch me. I'm like, oh man, that was really good, but I'm gonna beat you, and then just kind of, like, hit you. I was like, oh dang it, you won, you beat me. But then I let her go first, and then I was way too scared to punch her.
I was about to say, wait, did you do that?
No, I did not. I was like, well, actually, maybe this would work on a better audience. And then we played the 1-inch punch game to see who can punch farther from an inch. There's no easy way to see who won that game, but oh yeah.
He is a strong boy.
I definitely won. So then Monday, the day I've been waiting to talk about. I played more Tears of the Kingdom, and then JJ was like, oh crap, we should go play disc golf. And I was like, he was like, we should go play disc golf. I was like, alright, yeah, sure, give me a second. And I played a lot more Tears of the Kingdom. I was like, alright, dude, I'm really hungry. Make me some pizza, and then we'll go play disc golf. And then he actually made me pizza. And I wasn't expecting. I was like, kind of joking. I was like, I'm gonna
Did he
get
just
food
heat you
when I
up
get-"
Domino's?
He heated me up Domino's. And I was like, thanks, JJ. And so I ate the Domino's,
He's a nice guy.
watched him play a little baseball, and then we went and played disc golf. And hole 1 of the course we play the most out here, Lakeside, you know, not really expecting on that hole. It's a good hole for me. I birdie it a lot of the time, but, you know, I throw this good shot, and I was like, oh, shoot, that's hitting the tree. And there's a tree, like, right in front of the basket. And then it went around the tree. And then for like a split moment, my stomach dropped because I was like, oh no, it's happening. And then that mug goes, boom! Hits dead center of the basket, all the chains, and then just drops straight down. Just sits in the basket. I'm like, I look at JJ, his mouth's wide open. I'm like, I couldn't form words. I was like, oh my gosh. I just started like walking around like, because I'd been playing for like 3.5 years. The ace was due soon.
He's been taught, like,
I
the last
finally
2
did.
times we went and played, he talked about...
It's going to be hard to see, but there it is. First ace, May 15th, 2023, signed by me and JJ, because I kept telling Connor that my dream card for when I first ace was me, JJ, him, because that's who I play with the most, and you, because you're my best friend. I wanted you to be there.
I wish I would have been there.
But so, just me and JJ was fine. I played disc golf a lot, and most of the time it is with JJ. More likely than not, it's just me and JJ. So it was bound to just be me and JJ
Right.
when I aced. But JJ, when he aced, he was playing with me, Andy, and Daniel. It was a really weird card because we don't
That
play
is
with
a
Andy
weird-
and
that
Daniel
is a weird
often.
group.
So, but yeah, no. I also have a cool worship song written on the outside of my desk. In case you were wondering, Mom, I thought she might ask about what the other writing was.
And didn't you get your PB as well?
I also played insane. I've never played so consistently. I had, not counting the hole I aced because I couldn't birdie that hole, there was 2 holes that I didn't have like reasonable birdie looks on. And the next 5 holes, I was like doing this while I putted. Like I was like shaking really bad from acing.
Right.
So like I just couldn't putt. So I missed all of those. But then I still went 7 down. And I bogeyed. I bogeyed hole 7. It was a really annoying that I bogeyed it. Because I literally had like a 50-footer, like, and then I like way overshot it because I was like so excited, and I was like, and then after that hole I was like, okay, I need to like focus up because I'm like kind of butchering this whole like starting the round with an ace. I need to beat my PB, and so I went hole 8. I parred it. I missed a putt, and then I just threw like a dime on 9, birdied it, threw the best drive I've ever thrown on 10. Like almost to the basket. I actually outdrove the basket when I played yesterday, but almost to the basket. It hit some limbs and stopped right before the basket. It was great. Birdied it. Then I birdied 11, and then I almost ham boned, which is when you get 4 birdies in a row. I missed like a 10-footer on 12. It was so sad. And then I birdied 13, and then I missed like a 25-footer on 14, and then I birdied 15, and then I birdied 16, and then I missed a pretty lengthy putt on 17, and then I had no look on 18. That was one of the ones I had no look on. But dude, I went 7 down, and my best before that was 3 or 4 down. So like it was a crazy day for disc golf for me, and I got to retire my beautiful Champion Destroyer. I bought a new blue one yesterday. Actually, I don't know if I showed it to you, but it's the same disc, but it's just blue because I only throw pink and blue discs.
Yeah.
But the cool thing for people that don't know a lot about disc golf watching, I throw Prodigy. That's my brand of choice. But this is an Innova disc, and so I was a little sad that my first ace wasn't with a Prodigy disc. I felt like that would have been really fitting for me. But this, besides starter packs, this was the first disc I ever bought. So
That's cool.
It's nice that like I never lost it, and now I can retire it. I will set this. I will never throw it again because I don't want to lose it. This will stay with me forever. I will put it in every house I ever live in because
It's your first ace.
it's my first ace, and disc golf is a big part of my life, and I love disc golf. And yeah, so that was Monday. I literally told so many people about that. A bunch of people that probably didn't want to hear about it. I was just like going through my recent texts and just like texting them like, guys, I just aced. And then I called Charlie and Connor, and I like texted like my old youth pastor that kind of got me in the disc golf. I texted Isaac and Jonah and like so many people. I was like, guys, I aced.
I aced.
Oh, it was so exciting. It made me so happy. It was like, oh, it was so awesome. I wish. And then I played Tears of the Kingdom afterwards. And then, I think.
Probably.
Yes, yeah. Played Tears of the Kingdom afterwards, and then we ended up watching 2 horror movies that night. We watched 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. Terrible, terrible movie. If I ever make a top 10 worst movies list, it might be on there. At least honorable mentions. Atrociously bad. And then we watched something called The Rental. It had what's her name? Alison Brie.
Okay.
She definitely did the best job acting wise in the movie, but I don't know. The movie was just okay. It was like a cool premise, but I've like heard of other movies that are like that came out before it, so it didn't like do anything new.
Was Alison Brie the screamer? Or did she ever scream?
No.
I feel like she'd be a good screamer.
She got like killed off screen. It was kind of dumb.
Mm.
But the villain of that movie, typically in horror movies, they sometimes like characters will like because the main cast was small. It was only 4 people, so like I was kind of expecting them to put up a little bit of a fight. Like each character got to put up a fight, but 2 of them just got killed instantly, and one of them was like the main character. I thought I knew. I didn't like how the movie ended though. It was a cool ending, but I didn't like how it ended. But I don't care. Maybe I'll like peach crisp it for fun by myself or something. Or Daniel did watch it too, but he's gone now. So, I guess Colton watched it too. I could do it with him. But I could also do 47 Meters Down on Cage, but that movie sucked. I don't want to talk about it. So that was Monday. Tuesday, I had planned on going to get breakfast with the guy I mentioned earlier, but we didn't like make any like official plans or anything. So me and Colton ended up going to get breakfast, but the place we wanted to go to was closed for renovations. So I was like, "You want to go to Aldi and just buy stuff to make breakfast?" And so we did that. Came back here, and then we made pancakes and bacon and eggs for JJ and Daniel, myself, and Colton, and it was really fun. And I was the only one that ate eggs. I tried to make a fried egg. It went horribly. Both times I tried 2 eggs. Both times I cracked the eggs. It like the yolk broke, and I was really sad because I wanted a fried egg. So I ended up not eating the eggs. I ate some of the second egg I made because it still kind of looked yummy, but it was just okay. But I wanted the protein, so I ate it, and then I threw away most of it. Not most of it, some of it, like half of it. But I want to be able to make a fried egg because I like fried egg. My mom makes really good fried egg on toast, and it's really good. I want to do that, but I just can't crack the egg. It just doesn't work. I don't. But then after that, after that we cleaned the apartment some, and then we played Super Mario Bros. Wii, and in between levels we would clean the apartment, and then Colton left, and then me and JJ went to play disc golf. I was playing like absolute trash doo-doo dog water, and then thank the Lord he saw me at my worst. It rained. It just started raining. I was like, yes! We can leave! Oh, we can leave! Like I was playing so bad. So then we left. That was awesome. I need to go see if that card still exists because I need to delete it.
I need to take it.
I need to get rid of this because we didn't finish this game. But goodbye. So
Get out of here.
yeah, that was just great that we got to leave, and then saw Riley and confirmed that like the prayer thing was going on, and then talked for a little bit, and then you got back, and then we went to Slim Chickens, and then we went to the prayer night, and it was very incredible.
Great night.
I was kind of all over the place, but
yeah,
God told me a lot last night, and it was really, really good. A lot on Thanksgiving, a lot on patience, a lot on like a little bit on like just straight worship, like what you were talking about. A lot on just prayer in general. I read through Colossians, and it was really good, and now I kind of want to do just a study on Colossians to kind of like read it more in depth, because I was just like reading it and underlined verses I liked, but I have a new verse from there that I just like love, and it was great for me because it's kind of what I needed to hear, because one thing I've been wanting to do more lately is just be like more thankful. I've been asking for a lot, but I want to like stand back, be thankful, and then on top of that, be thankful for like to others too. Like so many people that like care about me and love me, and I feel like I don't thank them enough for being so awesome. So thanks, bro. I love you. Yeah. So, and
it made me feel good. Thanks.
Yeah. You're welcome. Last night was it. I don't know. I ran out of time. I had so much more stuff I wanted to do. So
yeah,
I might take some time today just to be quiet. You feel me?
I feel you.
So that was just awesome. And then Riley came over afterwards, and we talked about it for a little bit while y'all played Wii bowling, and we all talked.
Yeah.
That was great. And then I went to sleep. But I took a shower. Had a good shower time. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds dirty. I cried in the shower. Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean for it to sound like that.
Good shower time.
I had good shower time. And then I texted a couple people, and like, you know. So. And then I had a hard time falling asleep because my mind was racing, and I was sitting there in bed like, and my mind was really just, it was running, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna sit here and pray until I fall asleep. So that's what I did, and then I didn't wake up at all in the night. Oh, I woke up once because I was wearing this jacket, and like, oh my goodness, it got hot. I woke up and I was just like, oh my gosh, this has to come off. And so I ripped my jacket off, and I looked like this. This is what I looked like without the jacket. And then I went back to sleep.
I see it now.
And yeah. I went really long again on my week. I'm sorry, but that's where I am now. And I love Caleb A.M.
I love Caleb too.
It's probably my second favorite thing that I do now during the week. No offense.
I understand.
The prayer thing is just,
it's great.
It's just too good. How do you feel?
I agree.
So this is your second favorite thing?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't want it to be the second favorite thing by myself.
It was my first favorite.
It would have gone back to my first favorite thing, knowing how that it was your first favorite thing. That would have made it my favorite thing again.
All right, let's see. My week.
I scored mine, right?
No.
I think I gave it an 88 or an 89.
You did score yours. I just forgot. All right.
Honestly, after talking about my week, that was straight up in the 90s. I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I was letting a few bad things that I didn't talk about really get me down. 91.
Nice.
What about you, brother?
All right. My week was good. Not bad. Not, incredible. I'd probably give it mid-70s. So I'll say 75 to start. And then when I get to the end of my week after I've talked about it, see how I feel.
That's what I did.
So Wednesday, I won't spend too much time on Wednesday because I did the same thing that you did on Wednesday. Except my church had a worship night, which is the first time we've done that.
How'd that go? I wanted to go to it, but I didn't have anyone to go with. So.
It went really good. It was kind of like the prayer burn where, we just, the praise band just sang a bunch of songs, and it wasn't like people coming there to pray, it was people coming to worship, but there were some people who, went to the altar and prayed or prayed at their seats, and it was nice. It felt really good to worship. Of course, we didn't practice the set beforehand, so there were some songs where we were just kind of out of sync, and I felt like, oh my gosh, can we get it together? But then some songs were just magical, if that makes, what I mean.
I'm sure nobody noticed that.
No, I don't think anyone does. It's just like, my musical brain always picks up on that, so I'm like... But yeah, so that was fun. I had a great time in worship. They asked me to sing, so I sang, and I think it went good. I don't know though. I only sang a verse, but it was. I think I did good.
What song?
I thank God. It was the last one we did. We did like a.
Oh, the fun one, like I thank God.
Mm-hmm. We did like a bunch of slow songs, and then we ended with that one. So,
I'm glad that I Thank God exists, because I was tired of Glorious Day being the only song that people would end with that was like hype.
Yeah. I love I Thank God. It's a great song.
Pick me up.
We sing it so much though. Like, I'm not tired of the song, but I kind of wish we would.
I definitely think that it's going to get the Glorious Day.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm already feeling it, dude. Like,
thing.
if it's not every other Sunday, then
it's every Sunday.
It's every Sunday. Like, it's so much. We'll probably sing it this Sunday. But, oh no, we won't, because I won't be there. Crap. I have to miss church this week. It's okay.
That's really sad.
Yeah, I haven't missed church in so long. I think the last time I missed church was the John Mayer concert back in April of last year. So, wow. Go me.
That's awesome. What is it?
But
there's a thorn in this disc too. How does this keep happening? It doesn't make any sense.
But, so yeah, that was Wednesday. Thursday, no more school. I don't remember... I don't remember Thursday. I know I went home.
You went home.
What did I do Thursday? I know I did something when I got home. I don't remember what it was. There was family dinner. What the freak? No, I remember Thursday night. Okay, Thursday night was Lauren's softball banquet. I went to that, and Zachary's catered, and it was really good.
Oh, nice.
And the softball thing was fun. Not really. It was. I don't know why I said that. I sat there while they talked about softball and gave out awards. But yeah, Lauren won co-pitcher of the year for their district, so it's really proud. So that was cool. And then so that was Thursday. Friday, was that when we went and played disc golf? Me and Connor? Was it Friday?
Oh, I forgot all about that. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that was Friday.
That was Friday. That was really, really fun, except, get this, I found 4 ticks on me.
Oh, that's...
4.
Oh, I thought you were high-fiving.
No. That's my record.
Yeah.
I'd only found 2 on me ever before that, and then I found 4.
No, dude, before I started playing disc golf at Lake Lounge in the summer, I was, like, talking about how, like, ticks didn't like me. They were like, oh, ticks never get on me, and then I started playing disc golf at Lake Lounge, and I haven't played around there where I haven't found at least one on me, like, in the summer. That's why I love playing disc golf in the winter. You don't have to worry about... The grass is shorter, and you don't have to worry about bugs.
Same. And I like cold more than heat, but... You know, one of the ticks I found on me while we were there, me, you, and Connor were sitting and we were talking about...
Dang it!
What?
I had to sneeze. And it was a powerful one, and it left me. Dang it, man.
But yeah, I think it was hole...
Oh, they cut the grass at Lakeside, by the way. It's really nice.
Nice.
It's probably going to grow up within 2 days.
2 days.
But
yeah. We were talking about things...
I keep playing with it.
We were talking about things like that God had been talking to us about, or you asked us that question, do you feel guilty like praying for signs or something like that? And we talked about that for a while, and then I found a tick on me while we talked about that. That was one of the 4. And then when I went home, we went and got snow cones. That was great.
I love snow cones. We did that because we talked about it on Caleb A.M.
Yeah, we did, and I was very happy we got snow cones. But when I went in the shower, there was a tick on my butt.
Nice.
And then there was a tick like right there, and then I found one crawling on my towel. I was like, the frig.
That's scary.
And I killed all of them, but I've been paranoid ever since.
Dude, that's like whenever you see like a spider inside and you kill it, it's like, I'm glad this one's dead, but the fact that there was one inside makes me think there's more.
And like the thing is, like, my mom like says like, well, you know, tick bites can make you sick. Do you feel okay? I was like, yeah, I felt fine. Then I woke up yesterday and I didn't feel fine. I was like, oh, there's a tick on me, isn't there? It's just allergies. I really hope if there was a tick on me still, I'm sure I would have noticed by now.
Yeah, it'd be pretty fat.
It'd be big, but yeah. So
ticks are horrifying.
They scare the crap out of me, and I've never had 4 on me before, so I doubt I'm going to play at Lake Lounge anytime soon, just because I'm scared.
I know some people that got bit by ticks and got the thing where they can't eat meat. Yeah, and that horrifies me.
I know someone who got like Lyme disease from one.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, that sucks.
Apparently that goes away after like a year, but I'm not going a year without eating steak.
For real?
The heck?
Yeah.
Heck no.
Or chicken.
You can eat chicken. It's just red meat.
Sweet. I think I could survive with it.
I mean, I could survive with just chicken, but come on, man.
Yeah, no, I'll say
burgers.
That's true. I watched this new show. I watched this new show on Eat With Us called The Burger Show, where they like talk about burgers, and it's kind of interesting. Honestly, I didn't know.
On Eat With Us?
Yeah. Not Eat With Us. First We Feast. I'm sorry.
I was so confused.
I'm sorry.
The company that we worked for?
No, I meant First We Feast. The channel.
That's what I thought you meant, but I was like,
does
he like keep up with the Eat With Us training videos?
But it's the channel that does hot ones on YouTube. I have a show called The Burger Show, and they made these burgers for Elizabeth Olsen, and they like did this thing where they took like her favorite pasta or like pasta dish, and they somehow turned it into cheese slices. I don't know. They talked about how they did it, and then they just melted that cheese on top of a burger. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how they did that, but yeah. Anyways, I watched that. That was pretty cool. And then I watched another episode of it. But that was Friday. Saturday. What did I do Saturday? Gosh, I don't remember anything. Was Saturday the day our exam grades got put in?
Or was it was like it was Thursday or Friday.
was Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, because I was at home when they got put in, and I was in Madison or Jack or.
It had to have been after Sunday then, because no, it was.
Definitely wasn't after Sunday.
It was Sunday. It was on Sunday because on Mother's Day I went. Okay, I'll get to that.
When you texted me and I was on the squatter, did we talk about grades?
Mm-mm. It was after that. It was later that. For mine at least, were later that. Yours might have been put in before that.
I only looked at my grade because you sent me yours, so.
Okay, then it was after you were on the Potter.
I really thought that I was in Columbus.
I gotta remember what happened on Sunday or on Saturday, because I don't remember what happened on Saturday. What happened on Saturday? Think, Caleb. Think.
I don't know. I wasn't there for that.
Okay, I know Saturday was the SDI family day that my mom and Mr. Thomas went to. What did I, Caleb Griffin, do?
It sounds like you just chilled.
I feel like I did something and I'm just forgetting it.
It'll come back to you.
I guess it will. Okay, anyway, Sunday. Sunday was Mother's Day, so I went to church. Had a great time with my mother.
That's what I forgot to mention. It was for like my dad preached at this church, obviously that we went to get voted in, and it was like it felt like just the weirdest day possible. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was not only Mother's Day, but they were also doing baby dedications that day. And it was just like it seemed like a really weird day to have a new pastor come in. But I was like, I'd rather it sooner than later. So at this point,
on Sunday, my aunt, she makes slideshows for our church from time to time, and.
I've heard about these.
Yeah, well, the last one, there was a problem. Anyways, she doesn't get our permission for the pictures she uses, which really makes me mad. She, goes on other people's Facebooks and finds pictures on there and takes them. She used a picture of me when I was, 11, and I was fat and chubby with my mom, and I was so mad because I'm just sitting there
What's the
with my
purpose of the
stomach.
slideshow?
She just put it to music, and there's a bunch of pictures of the moms in the church with their kids.
Oh.
Yeah, and the last one she made was for Easter, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I'm sitting there you could have asked. That'd been nice. And then, before our pastor preached, they asked some of the people to talk about their moms and stuff, and some of them were really sweet. The dude who started the bodybuilders organization at our church. Or it's not at our church anymore. It was at our church, but it's its own thing now. He talked about how he feels he says addiction. Everyone talks about how hard it is on the people who do it. He's but at least we get the high. My mom just got the pain from it, but she stuck by me through the whole thing. And he's I can never thank her enough for that because now I'm here and I wouldn't be if it was for her. And it was really sweet.
I love moms. I love my mom.
I love your mom too. Mom's really nice.
I love your mom.
Thanks, man.
Do you love your mom?
I do love my mom. But yeah, so that was really sweet. And then this little girl who's I want to say 6, she walked on stage and she started tugging on our pastor's wife's dress, wanting the mic. So she gave it to her and she was just I really love my mom. She's always there for me. She's really nice. And I was oh. And then, oh gosh.
Thursday, me and you went shopping, by the way. That's what
we did go shopping Thursday, and I got my mom's soap from the soap store, which I'm going to go back to when we live there. Not live at the soap store, but...
I can't wait to live at the soap store.
But, yeah. So, my mama she's, really old, and she, doesn't like to get out, so most of the time she watches church on TV. But she came for Mother's Day. And her mom is still alive. That's my granny. And everyone loves Granny because Granny's hilarious and really old.
I would hope so.
But yeah, she's 90. She'll be 98 this year, I think.
Dang. I don't want to live that long.
You can talk about a woman that prays. I used to wake up, if she ever stayed at our house, I used to wake up in the middle of the night because you could hear her voice just coming from her bedroom and she was just praying all freaking night. It used to drive me crazy, but I respect it.
Of Talking to Jesus by Brandon Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma used to pray out loud.
But
by a better
yeah.
That's what she did, and yeah. But anyways, my granny did tell us when we went to visit her that she heard from God that Jesus will come back while she's still alive. Don't know if that's true, but she's 98.
I'm sure I could change that.
So,
all right, if he's coming back while she's alive, I say
that's just what she heard. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna sit and talk about when I think God's coming back because that's not my place to talk about. But, anyways, but my mama stood up and she was like wanted to talk about Granny, and I was like, oh gosh, she's gonna start preaching, isn't she? And me and Jackie were sitting there, and Mom was like, Mom, you gotta do something. I was like, Mom was like, what do you want me to do? Tackle her? She's already walking up there. So,
no!
So she got on stage, and like she talked about Granny, and then of course she started, preaching about how the church has lost its way, and how we need to get
this
back
disgusting church.
And I was like, oh gosh, here we go. And so that happened, and then I think after that, Patrick had enough of the people talking about their moms. And then he started preaching. And we didn't have youth because I figured I'll just let the youth kids sit out with their moms for Mother's Day. And that was Sunday. And then Sunday night, I went to Lauren's house because they were having like their Mother's Day dinner. And her friends were meeting up to play volleyball at the beach court, at the sand court, at the park. And I don't think her friends like me because I'm really nerdy. And a lot of her friends aren't.
Does your boyfriend even sports?
Yeah, Lauren's like not the type of nerdy I am, but she's like dorky, I guess is the way to put it.
Ain't no way this dude just called his girlfriend a dork.
She's a major dork. She also is like a Harry Potter nerd, which makes me mad, but I'm trying to get her into Star Wars, but I can't do it.
I will not watch Harry Potter until only if my girlfriend asks me to watch it with her. Not watching it by myself.
Yeah, I've watched it with her. It's not horrible, but I don't like it that much. Anyways, but I don't know, like, I wore a Legend of Korra shirt the first time I played volleyball with them, which was my first mistake.
Is that an anime?
I think the guy friends like me though, because they're all pretty funny for the most part. Some of them are kind of douchey, but it's okay. But we played volleyball and we had fun. And then while we were playing volleyball, Miss Spain made for an hour just annotation after annotation after annotation.
I think I had 120 at least.
I never got the notification that my grade was put in, but the annotations had stopped. I was like, oh gosh. So after we finished one of the games, I went to check it. I made a 165 out of a 160. Dude, I screamed like a girl when I saw that in the middle of volleyball, and everyone looked at me like, dude, what's wrong? And I was like, there ain't no way. And then I went and looked at like the comments, and she just said, stunning work, Caleb. And I was like, that's it? I made a 165, and all you can say is stunning work, not...
That's a 103.
You didn't give me like all of everything I did. And
you gotta go look at the
I didn't want to.
Comments.
I didn't want to. I was so shocked because that was one of the worst essays I've ever wrote in my life. Because I just simply did not care. Like, I don't know what she saw in that. I guess I should have just like bullcrapped my entire way through that class and not have ever tried, because maybe my grade would have been higher in that class.
Just wasn't.
Because I bullcrapped so much stuff in that paper. I made up stuff like the way Gene Kelly dances in the rain makes you really feel like you're getting wet. Like, I don't think that was my actual sentence, but it was something along those lines. So how I made a 165, I'll never know. But I screamed because I was so shocked, because I was expecting that to be like a 50 and my grade be a B because of that exam.
I'm going through all the comments she left me, and I'm really confused as to why I didn't make above a 160. Dude, she's not saying -1 on these comments.
I don't know. I don't want to go look through mine.
She said, alas, you're to analyze how the sequencing makes a very specific visual and rhetorical argument. Alas.
Alas.
Why would you say that?
Anyways, that was Sunday. And then...
She got mad at me for saying that the director of Grizzly Man did a great job. She said, "Don't make
Opinions?
evaluative claims." What? Why?
I don't know. Anyways,
Oh gosh, that's a paragraph. I don't care. I made a 146.
everything's an evaluative claim, dude. Like, if I'm saying that this is the meaning they're trying to
Yeah,
make,
it's evaluative.
that's evaluative. Like, I don't know what Gene Kelly was trying to do in Singing in the Rain, besides make you happy. But,
I'm singing in the rain.
oh, I remember what happened on Saturday. Now, okay.
I remember what happened on September 11th. That's what it sounded like you're about to go
Okay,
for.
sorry. So, Friday night, the Jonas Brothers' new album came out. Well, I missed the actual release because I wanted to listen to it, but I really didn't care that much. And I woke up and I was scrolling through Instagram and I follow Kevin Jonas on Instagram because he's my favorite Jonas brother and he's a really good guitar player. And he said the album is now yours. And I was like, oh, cool, I'll go listen to it. And it blew my socks off.
The name of the album is such.
It's
If the album sucked or
It's a
was any
horrible-
worse than it was, it'd be a worse name. But
Yeah.
since the album's so good, you know, it is the album.
It is the album. Like, I thought it would be. They'd have like a couple of good songs, and the rest would be kind of mid. Because that's kind of like how their last album was when they like came back. And their music's a totally different vibe from what it used to be too. Which I like their old music, but I've always been like a.
How's it the number
Joe Bros.
one album, but it's not? None of the songs are on the top 100.
That's weird.
Well, it's because every song on here is a rap song. And it's literally always just 90 rap songs and then a
yeah.
country song.
But it was so good. I remember sitting there like, because each song was just like great. I was like waiting for a slip up, and we got a slip up.
Especially Summer in the Hamptons. Ooh, that song's so good.
That's
Summer in the Hamptons. That song was trash.
that was the slip up.
If
It was
they took
atrociously
that,
bad.
if they took that song off, I would love this album.
Summer in the Hamptons.
Like a whole point higher.
Yeah, no,
Like I think I like Quinn's new album a little bit more because of that song.
No, this one beat Quinn's album for me.
They're close,
This one
but
is my
Quinn's
favorite
album doesn't have Summer in the Hamptons.
You're right, but it also doesn't have Montana Sky.
That's true. It does have Georgia Peach technically.
Technically, but
You're my sweet.
this album is definitely my album of the year so far. So good. I could sit and rank them, but I'm not going to. But that was Saturday. I just listened to the Jonas Brothers album like non-freaking stop.
Yeah, I made Andy listen to some of them because he said he didn't like the Jonas Brothers, and he was like, "Oh, this is good.
It is so
Oh,
good.
this is good."
I was not expecting.
I
to be nearly as
played.
good
I
as
should have
it
played
was.
"Celebrate," dude.
Celebrate tonight.
"Celebrate" is such a feel-good song.
It's so good.
It's on my wedding playlist. I'm making a wedding
Yeah,
playlist.
it's their best album, like without a doubt.
Oh, yeah,
like
easy.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and listen to their first three because I know that I can't remember the name of it. It's the picture of them like in Tokyo and it's raining and they're holding umbrellas. It's a sick album cover.
Yeah,
But that
I
was
like the
their
album
best
cover for this one.
No, I did too.
They look so cool.
They
They're
do.
such dapper
Dude, they're
individuals.
so cool, dude.
They're
I
cool
wish I had
dudes.
Kevin's hair. His hair
Does
made
he have
me
the
so.
curly hair?
Mhm, he was the one in the middle.
Yeah,
I wish I had his hair. I wish I had Nick's arms, and I wish I had
I need to go.
Joe's everything else. Like
I need to go look.
they're so good looking dudes. But they toured. They're gonna be in Nashville 2 days before John Mayer's in
Oh
Nashville.
gosh, this is Nick. It has to be.
Yeah, that's
His arms are massive.
That's Nick.
Nick, teach me your ways.
They're gonna be in Nashville 2 days before John Mayer is, and I really just
And
want to
this is Joe.
spend.
Joe's always been my favorite. I like his hair.
Kevin's always been my favorite just because he's a really good guitar player. But and plus he was like the least known Joe Bro, and he like kind of left the band to start a family, and I was like, I respect that. So he's always been my
Respect.
favorite.
Put some respect.
Of course,
on his name.
they all have families now, but
I like them, dude.
dude, I like them too.
They seem like.
You know their
such-
dad was a pastor.
I did not.
Dude, their documentary is so cool.
I should watch it. They're so cool. And they picked one of the best musicians of all time to freaking produce
Yeah.
this one. That's why it was so good.
It was
John
so good.
Bellion produced it.
It was like
And he was featured in a couple songs. I love when he says, "Hey now," in Waffle House.
as we proceed.
As we proceed,
Such a good
we'll
album.
give you
Their
everything
story-
you need.
Their story's like so like it's sad and happy at the same time, cause like their dad was a pastor and they started this like rock band when they were kids, and they like played at like local venues and stuff in schools mainly,
and they weren't allowed to tell anybody because they were like the members of the church would get mad if the pastor's kids were in a rock band singing about girls, and then people found out and their dad got fired. And then when they were like big and famous and stuff, they did these things called purity rings, and it was basically them telling the world like they were not gonna have sex until they were married, and they were gonna like try their best to stay pure and all this stuff. And they got bashed so hard for that. Like they got made fun of so much, which makes me so mad. Cause I'm like, that's freaking awesome for them, but they got so made fun of.
Yeah.
And they talked about it. They said they wish they wouldn't have done it, not only because they got made fun of, but they decided to do that before they like started like noticing like girls and stuff, and they didn't know what they were really signing up for when they did it. But it makes me so mad if they got bashed for that, and then like they just ended up breaking up for a lot of different reasons. But anyways, they're back together now. It's a really good documentary.
Yes. Yes.
If it's still free on Prom, we should watch it if we get a chance because it's really good. But anyways, back to my week. Jonas Brothers album was like carrying my week because I've listened to it so much. I'll probably listen to it sometime today. But
I'll probably listen to it.
Where was that? That was Sunday. I already talked about Sunday. It was Mother's Day, so I'll skip to Monday. Monday was awards day. Lauren and Jackie's awards day. Lauren got valedictorian.
Nice.
So good for her. And Jackie got superintendent's list, so good for her. Evan was the only person in the senior class who got Spanish honors. It was so funny because like I was expecting Spanish honors was like the Spanish or French honors was the thing that like everybody got because you get like a cord for it, and everybody wanted it.
I almost joined the honor society my senior year just to get the cord.
Yeah,
but I didn't want to do it. So
I did it for
it's a cord.
I did it for French, but I was expecting like when they did it, it's time to like give out the Spanish honors, which they don't do French at my school anymore. But I was like, oh, this is gonna take forever. This is gonna be like half of the freaking class. Evan Lytle, he goes up there, gets the cord and the little thing. That was it. I was like, go Evan.
Woohoo!
I was like, oh boy. Well, he wasn't the only one that got it. My cousin Emma Wilson also got it, but she was not at awards day. But she was also a junior, and she already got it. She wasn't a senior. He was the only senior that got it. But
go Evan.
I was like, I'm so proud of you, Evan. Good job. And so that was fun. And then I wanted to go get a snow cone after awards day, but the snow cone place in Caledonia is closed on Mondays for whatever reason. And then Tuesday went to the gym to play basketball, not to work out because I don't work out. And then I was gonna go to a snow cone after that. And then I guess because it's field day or something for the elementary kids, they were all there, and the line was the longest that line has ever been. It was just a bunch of school kids. I'm like, they're not going to let me in front of them, so I didn't get a snow cone. And then I had a lunch thing.
I feel like we should go get a snow cone today. I feel like you deserve one.
I feel like I deserve one too.
That's 2 days in a row you haven't got to get one. Are there snow cone places in Starkville?
Stark Vegas Snowballs.
I've never
Best
been.
snow cone place I've ever been to.
We'll go today.
They have like some cool, crazy stuff. But I had a lunch thing, and then came here, went to prayer night. Woke up today and realized, crap, I didn't make a thumbnail last night. So I was scrambling to make a thumbnail, which is why the one we have today is not that good, because I was in a rush. But
I didn't look at
That's
it.
not-
I saw that there was a dolphin in it.
there
and
is
it
a
made me
dolphin
happy,
in it.
So.
It's a dolphin and a giraffe. But I tried to find a picture of a zoo and a picture of like an aquarium.
Like that.
Yeah, and I was gonna like compare them, but I couldn't find two. Like pictures of zoos are hard to find that look good. Like, cause it's just either the sign or it's kids like banging on cages because it's animal rights people like saying zoos are bad. And I was like, I don't want to use this picture. So then I found this picture of a giraffe being silly, and I was like, I'll use that and like a dolphin, and I did that. But
yeah.
So that was my.
If you don't read the words, it's dolphins versus giraffes. The big animal rivalry.
Dolphins or giraffe?
Oh, another thing that happened to me this week was over on yesterday, Overwatch 2, they had like a developer update for like PvE future roadmap, and they just like absolutely destroyed my hopes and dreams because it sucks. Like they made all these awesome promises, and PvE looked like it was going to be the best thing ever. Like I thought I was going to throw like a couple 100 hours in the PvE in like a year type of, like it looked so fun. They had like skill trees for the heroes, which is just
That's sick.
so cool. Tons of story modes, like stories or character specific story missions and all that. So you know, be forced to not just play Diva in every story mode. For me, not for you. And so I was like just so excited about it. And then they put out their like roadmap, and it sucks. It's awful. Like all the promises they made are not happening, and it's just like depressing. Like no skill trees, no replayable missions. It's literally just like you unlock short story missions in the battle pass like every season. It's like that sucks. Why would you do this? Like where the last 4 years of your poor development team's life is gone because they've been working on it for literally since 2019. So yep, that was definitely one of the things that brought my week down a little bit. But I don't know, I was playing disc golf and getting ready for prayer night when it happened, so I wasn't like fully sad.
Something that brought my week up, Post Malone announced his new album, which shocked the mess out of me. I remember I was sitting there scrolling through Instagram, and this video comes on. He's like, "Hey everyone, first off, I effing love you guys. Love you guys so much. I would be crying if you guys weren't here," which is the name of his tour that he's going on for the album. It's I'd Be Crying If You Weren't Here. And the album cover is freaking hilarious, dude. It's him sitting shirtless with jeans on, and his legs are in his pool. And it just says Austin, which is the name of the album, and it has a truck on it. It's on his Instagram. Yeah, there it is. It's the funniest freaking album cover ever. But the video is so sweet. He talked about how like he pushed himself to like work as hard as he could on this album like every day, which is why it's out this fast. And he said he loved it so much he didn't want to like sit on it for a year or two. He wanted to get it out, and that he forced himself to play guitar. And he's a really good guitar player too. But he forced himself to play guitar on every single song on the album.
That's good.
And
he's at his best when he's not rapping.
Yeah. So I'm very hyped for it. He says it's like this is the one he's felt most emotionally connected to. So
that's exciting.
The video was so sweet though. He just like poured his heart out. He was like,
hoping it keeps the Chemical vibes because that song's fire.
Chemical was the single for the album, so I think it will. But he was like, I just want to let you guys know I effing love you guys again. I don't know where I'd be without you guys. Keep pushing, keep doing what you want to do. Have a great freaking night. Have a great freaking life, and do what makes you happy. I was like, oh, thanks, Post.
Thanks, Post. He's one of those artists that like I really like, but I don't listen to all his stuff, and I would never go see him in concerts.
I want to go see him in concerts.
I know that every single person there would be high out of their mind, and I would be offered drugs left and right. So I'm just not gonna.
Probably.
He would probably be high out of his mind. So
I don't know if he does Zaza anymore. I know he does cigarettes like.
I don't know if he does Zaza.
He does cigarettes like every. He was smoking a cigarette in the video he made. But I want to see him so bad.
I like it.
But he's my second.
I want to see the
artist,
Jonas Brothers.
Dude, literally.
If they go on tour.
They are going on tour. They've already announced it. They are going to be in Nashville 2 days before John Mayer is. And if it wasn't a Monday and a Wednesday, I would just spend like those 3 days in Nashville going to see the Jonas Brothers, having one day just chilling, and then going to see John Mayer. Like that'd be like, that's a dream weekend.
That'd be pretty crazy.
If only it was on a weekend. I'm like, I want to go so bad, and like the next closest place they're going besides Nashville is Atlanta, and I don't know when they're going to Atlanta, but
Blumhouse posted the.
The only reason I don't want to see their tour is because they're doing 5 albums in one night, so it's not going to be like a tour for the album. They're going to be like doing, like I watched an interview with them. They said they were going to be doing like a bunch of montages and mashups of a bunch of their songs and little snippets here and there of like from all their albums. I'm like, if this was just the album tour, and y'all did a few of your classics like Love Bug and SOS and Burning Up
And Living Room.
and
Not
Living
a
Room,
classic, but
I'd
Room.
be happy. But I don't know, dude. When you look me in the eyes is one of their like songs from their first album, and it's so freaking good. I could listen to that song forever. When you look me in the eyes, I can't.
Yeah, but John Bellion might be with them, so it might be
be.
worth going for me.
He might be. Have to see. I definitely want to go.
Hey, this is like, what? I mean, I get it. There's nothing big. Like, it'd be hard to get a show in like Birmingham that would fit them. But like, golly, that's depressing.
They're doing Yankee Stadium 2 nights in a row, and Yankee Stadium is my favorite
in the
sporting.
Bronx?
Yeah, it's my favorite. That's why they're kicking off their tour. It's my favorite sporting venue ever. I would love to go see them in Yankee Stadium, but I can't.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
They're going to Orlando, and then the next night Miami, and then back to Orlando. Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Man, I might try to go see them. Honestly,
If you go, I'll go.
because like
I'd have to.
that'd be so fun. And then there's just the off chance that I'm sitting there, and then John Bellion's just in the crowd. He's just sitting in my seat next.
It'd be Monday. I'd be in Nashville. Come back for class on Tuesday. Go back to Nashville Wednesday to watch John Mayer. That'd be a fun 3 days. But there's so many like people going on tour that I want to see this summer. The Jonas Brothers, Quinn. I guess they're not. Jonas Brothers isn't the summer, but this year.
Quinn's not coming to Birmingham, is he?
I don't think so. I don't think he's even coming to anywhere close.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
But Quinn, Post Malone, John Mayer, the Jonas Brothers, Matchbox 20, who release an album in 2 weeks. Luke Combs, Ed Sheeran. I want to go see like all these people on tour, and I can't.
If Noah Kahan goes on tour again for like extended stick season, I think I'm gonna go see him again.
You should.
Dude, he's been like posting like snippets of songs, and it's driving me crazy. Like, they're so good. And I'm like, lyrically, these are some of his best songs, and these are just like one verse in the song. I'm like, please, just
put it out.
At least give me a date, please. Like,
something to look forward to.
He'll just post one, and he'll say like the caption of one of them was like, "Sorry guys, this one's really sad." I was like, "Come on, man, just give me the whole song, please. Just give me the extended version, please." Like, he's literally teased like 5 or 6 songs, 7 if you count one that he teased like right after the album came out. Like, the extended version is gonna have like 22 songs on it, I think, and I'm okay with that. Just give it to me, please, Noah. I know you're a big fan of the show.
It's okay.
Don't you want to make me happy? But I'll be patient. I have stick season to keep me company. I've also been listening to just a lot of like worship, like straight worship music lately. So I'll be good. I'll be good waiting. I'm gonna listen to the Jonas Brothers album today because you got me thinking about it.
Dude, it's so good. Like, I was just so unexpecting. Like, oh my gosh. Thank you, John Bellion and the Jonas Brothers. It was so.
Everyone's for
Oh
that.
my gosh, it was so good. I can't stop thinking about it now.
John Bellion doesn't miss.
Celebrate tonight.
There are
Dude.
a lot of John Bellion-y songs. Like, Walls is super John Bellion. Walls was the song I was disappointed in because it was the only song I had expectations for, and it says featuring John Bellion, and he doesn't do anything in the song. Like, he says like, "As we proceed," but it's like super.
It gets
like,
it builds really good.
It builds really good, but like, I wanted a John Bellion verse.
Yeah.
I wanted him to sing, but he did not. But
to be fair,
he does the Hey Nows and Waffle House. I think
Nick
he's in another one too.
Yeah. To be fair, Nick and Joe have to each get their own verse in each song, so it's kind of hard to be fair, but that doesn't mean anything. Dude, when I listened to Miracle, and I don't know what it was, but the piano started going like do 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 do. It's like, oh gosh, this is gonna be good. It's like, this is gonna be good, isn't it?
Oh man, we can make a video about that.
We need to make an unnamed music show video about it today.
We could do that.
Let's do it.
And then we'll go get snow cones afterwards.
Do it. Miracle.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take a shower before I go get breakfast.
Okay. I think I'm gonna listen to the Jonas Brothers while
That's
you're in
what
the
I'm
shower.
gonna do in the shower. You could sit with.
We should start jamming. Dude,
I'm gonna knock my shower curtain over when Celebrate comes on.
Dude, literally,
I just got a vibe to that one.
after I listened to the album through the first time, I listened to like Montana Sky on repeat and just was dancing in my living room. Luckily, nobody was there because I was just like.
Sometimes you need a good dance.
I wasn't even dancing. I was just kind of like swaying.
I
Like,
do that all the time. It feels great, dude. I gotta throw "What Makes You Beautiful" on my wedding playlist.
what makes you beautiful, dude? You need to. When you look me in the eyes, that should be on your wedding playlist. That's like the most romantic song I've ever heard.
Well, my wedding playlist isn't like to make me happy for my wedding. It's like, afterwards, the whatever it's called, when everybody's like happy and stuff and like celebrating. That's why "Celebrate's" the first one on it.
Celebrate tonight.
Celebrate tonight. You whipped a nay-nay.
Dude,
You're having a great time.
I am. It's just so great because like I've been on the Jonas Brothers train since I was a kid because of like Disney Channel, and I really like they were like the first pop band I got into as a kid, and then they broke up and I was really sad, and then Happiness Begins came out and I wasn't like the biggest fan of it. They had a few good songs. I was just like, I don't vibe with this, and I was like, I guess I've like lost them, and then
they met John Valiant.
Montana skies, Georgia sunset.
That's real. There are a few artists, like, when it comes to really popular artists, I'm like critical in the same way of every artist I listen to, but like, so that just means that like famous artists don't get any leeway for being famous. Like, if I like some indie song more than I like an Ed Sheeran song, I'm not gonna like the Ed Sheeran song just because it's Ed Sheeran.
Right.
But there are some famous artists that are just like really good, and I really like the Jonas Brothers.
Post Malone. Someone knows. I love Post Malone. But I love the Jonas Brothers too.
I like most of Post Malone's stuff. He has crappy features.
His newer stuff is so much better than his older stuff too.
And when he makes like an emotionally driven song, it's so much better than like the other
That's why
garbage.
Hollywood's Bleeding is incredible.
I love Circles. It's my favorite Post Malone song.
I think my favorite is. Gosh, I don't know. I really love Stay. Stay's so good. But I really like
Stay's really good.
Lemon Tree as well.
Lemon Tree.
I love his acoustic songs. But
I like his vocals in Lemon Tree. The first time I listened to it, I thought that the vocals were weird, and then I listened to it again. I was like, no, this is just like pure emotionality in the vocals. It's really good.
it's such a cool like analogy
Yeah.
for his life. Like,
Oh man. Now I want to listen to Post Malone.
I wish,
Crap!
dude, like when the Jonas Brothers made Cool, they did the I feel like Post Malone When I Get Home, and then he did a song called I Know, and he says like he's talking about this relationship with a girl, and it says this was sweet until I was a sucker. Shout out Jonas Brothers. I was like, maybe they'll make a song together, and
That'd be pretty sick.
they never did.
Oh, they never will.
But they shouted each other out in like songs like that came out.
I love when artists talk about other artists and songs in good ways,
Dude,
and then the other artist like talks back.
I've been getting so happy because like two of my favorite artists are Ed Sheeran and Luke Combs, and they're like best friends now, which you would never suspect them of being best friends because Ed Sheeran's a city kid from England, and
Yeah.
Luke Combs is a country guy from the States. But they're like best friends now, and they like performed together like 5 times, and it's super cool. But anyways,
That's pretty cool.
you can go take a shower now. We can end up just dancing.
Yeah.
If you
I'm
miss
gonna
it.
go dance and sing in the shower.
I'm gonna put Spotify on my PlayStation and like blare my speakers in here and just wake up the neighbors to.
Good morning, everybody.
I'm gonna be like, you know how like in Miracle when he's like, Jersey. I'm gonna go, hey yeah.
All right. My name's Caleb A.M.
My name's Caleb Griffin, and you've been Caleb A.M.
You just got Caleb A.M.
We hope you had fun. If you had fun, like, subscribe, comment. Be here next Wednesday at 6:30
We're
a.m.
almost at
CT.
400.
We're almost at 400. Took long enough. Good lord.
Yeah.
But we're almost there.
Yeah.
And then we'll almost be at 500, and then we'll almost be at 600,
And then 1,000.
then 1,000,
and
and then 1,000,000, and then we're gonna take over the world. No, I didn't mean that.
And we're going to steal the moon!
The caffeine's hit, thanks to the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. I had something to say. I don't know. We went a little long today, but that's okay. It was a great day. Good weeks. Bye, everybody. I'll see y'all later.
Bye, guys.